morning. I'd like to begin by welcoming you to my vlog and also to my channel. And my name is Doug, and I hope you enjoy this little journey that I'm going to take you on over the next little while. Hey there, welcome back. I'm ready to go. It's time to head over to the Toronto Lawn Tennis Club. It's about a 20-minute walk. I'm going to go over there and do a workout, probably work on the Peloton bike. It's an easy walk. It's quite fun. It's through a nice part of Toronto, and I'll take you on my journey. Right now I'm walking along Marlborough Avenue towards the club. It's a beautiful old street with little townhomes on it. It's a very nice street to walk along. So I've just arrived at the club. It took about 20 minutes to get here, pretty easy walk. Now I'm going to be heading to the gym. So I took you on a little journey to my tennis club, the Toronto Lawn. As I said to you in my video, it's not that far. It's about a 20-minute walk. And the Toronto Lawn has been a tennis club that's played a big role in my life, certainly the last 15 to 20 years. It's probably one of the oldest tennis clubs in the country. Facilities are really, really good, a lot of great players. And I've done a lot of work at the club. I even actually served as the president, and I was on the board of directors for 5 years. However, I've had to take a break at the moment for winter tennis just due to a number of injuries. So I can still go and use the gym. The other day I was looking at a picture that popped up on Facebook, and it was one of those things called memories. And what was interesting about the picture, especially by the date, it was 3 years ago. And it was 3 years ago that this picture, which was from Quebec City, was my very, very last business trip. I remember that it was a bit of an uncomfortable business trip because that was a very difficult fall in terms of working, because there was a lot of stress going on at work, and there were lots of little indications that something was going to happen with my job. So I remember on that trip thinking, gee, this might actually be my last business trip. And I was traveling with our rep at that time, and I managed to share a little bit of the information with him. Anyways, it was a pretty, well, I guess you could say it was a bit of a difficult trip. I don't think I put 100% effort into it, but ultimately I did the best that I could. And when we got back, I thought it would be the right thing to do to contact my boss and see, hey, is there something going on? And if there is, can we maybe move it along? And the reason I did this was because we were getting really close to the end of the year, and I didn't want this to be something that was going to happen on, let's say December 24th, which isn't really a good time for you to have a major change in your job. So a few days later, I got an email back from my boss and said, come on in the next day. And when I got in, the head of HR was there, and my boss, he called me into my office. We sat down. They put it in front of me, which was an agreement to end my job. And they suggested we go into another office, and then I had a meeting with the guy from HR, and it was, it was generally, I would say, it was actually not bad. The offer was fair. I had already done quite a bit of homework in terms of if there was going to be something that was happening to my job, here's what I should be getting. So when they outlined it for me, it was pretty close to what I expected. There was a little bit of negotiation that had to take place, but generally I would say it was pretty good. So that was it. 31 years came to an end, and it was time to go home. So here I am. We're coming up now into the third year that I've been fully retired. I've done a few things on the side, a little bit of consulting work, working for a friend in a retail store, but as of, I would say, 3 months ago, it's really been fully retirement, and now it's time to figure out sort of what the next steps are in this journey. So I'm in the car now, and I'm going to be heading out to the Woodbridge area. It's about a 45-minute drive. Traffic should be okay, and as usual, I'll be ahead of time. I've just arrived at the medical facility for my treatment, and it should be here for about 40 minutes. Hey there, I'm about to head out now to Richmond Hill. I'm going to be meeting up with my old colleagues Lou and Jim and Dave. We try to get together every few months. That's been a bit challenging with everyone's schedule, and especially some people are working and some people are not. What's going to make this a bit of an adventure is I've decided not to drive. I'm going to take the transit system. I'm going to have to take a fairly long subway ride, then follow that with 2 different buses and a walk. So it's going to take me a while, probably take me about an hour and a half, and I'll report back to you on how it all went. I just got back from my dinner with the guys, and I wanted to report back in to everyone on how it all went. First of all, quite an adventure. The subway ride was the easiest part. Then I had to take a first bus, which took me to Yonge and 407, followed by a second bus, which went along Highway 7. It was pretty easy. As I said, it took about an hour and a half, and then it was about a 10-minute walk. It was great to catch up with the guys. Lou is the only one still working at Wilson. Dave, my former boss, he retired just after me and is playing 5 million rounds of golf every year. And then Jim is in the beer business. He's been gone from Wilson for quite a while, but enjoying life, and everybody's doing well. So it was great to catch up. We had a lot of fun working together, and we'll definitely make sure we keep getting together as often as we can. So I'm off now to the coffee shop for my 10 o'clock meeting with Jamie. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a different type of place. It looks kind of like a coffee shop slash furniture store, so I'll let you know what it's all about later on today. At the Cleveland Clinic. I'm here for my weekly physiotherapy appointment. I've been coming every week for an issue with my elbow and also another issue with my shoulder. It's been very frustrating, but I'm hoping that we're getting to the end of this. I'm going to be heading out pretty soon to go downtown on the subway. I'm going to a pizzeria place called Badiali. So I'm not sure if my pronunciation's correct, but I discovered this place, I would say probably a couple months ago. I knew about it, I'd read about it, and I'd never been there before. And I was out on my bike not that long ago, as I said, a couple months ago, and I thought, okay, I think I know where it is, and I'm going to go find it. Took me a few minutes. It's on Dover Court, just north of Queen, and I got to tell you, it's the best pizza I've ever had in my life. So that's a wrap. If you made it to the very end, thank you for watching, and it's time to go to bed. Good night.